very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Kikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the winner of Isala, Nina Goza Hanson, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonane, all the and then saw no one and when I raise it because Tahara to the and you were not young. Be connected and make a difference with your source and you were not but you know what? They would like you to believe that someone Ekpa is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Kikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and son of the winner of Isala, Nina Goza Hanson, Nana Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonane, all the and then saw no one and you were not raised because Tahara to the and you were not young. Be connected and make a difference with your source and you were not But you know what? I would like you to believe that Sabotaging is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
You keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own action. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where will the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Ohaji. You come to everybody. You come to Agule. You come to Ebo. You take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to get money, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, we take our oil, we take our gas, we take our manpower, we take everything, our VAT, our tax and pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport. Refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out, pages of the newspaper to give the world, giving the impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back and say Nigeria is one. You must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They're killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I mean, Democrats have subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Ekpa wrote to President Biden. In it, Ekpa said, come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep plotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not Igbo. When I say they say so, I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them are Igbo. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where our umbilical cord, how long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou. And we must continue to preach this very gospel. It is not a particularly very fine evening for me because I have a very critical announcement to make later on, but we are going to do the best we can this evening to bring this knowledge to the world over. Before we proceed, I want everybody to go to Google, those who can, go to Google, please, and Google this very news if you want, because every news that we analyze, every issue that we bring to your attention is verified, not just verified, but carried by zoo newspapers and media in general. By zoo, I mean Nigeria, because Nigeria is not fit for human habitation. Not even animals can live there. This evening, I'm about to prove it to you. I want to showcase to the entirety of humanity the stupidity of your average Nigerian. I want to prove to the world that your Nigerian, so to speak, is lower than an animal. I want to prove it to you. That anybody you see shouting one Nigeria, our country, let's move the country forward. I want to prove tonight with facts and figures coming from Nigeria itself that that very person is lower than a dog. I want to prove to the world that Nigeria is the embodiment of the stupidity of a black man. The existence of Nigeria lends credence to the fact that black people are inferior to white people. This evening I shall prove it to you with facts and figures. As most of you may know, I am not a sentimentalist. I don't believe in all those useless sentiment. If you claim that black people are equal to white people, that God made every man equal, then you should be able to reason the way that Caucasians reason. You should be able to do the things that they have done. You should be able to should I say, build and organize your societies the way that they too have done. We have never ever done any of these things. All we do is we beg, ask for handouts. When they are killing us, we run to the white man. When we cannot feed ourselves, we run to the white man. When things are going wrong, we run to the white man. Even the zoo, everybody is waiting for Britain, Daddy Britain, to speak before we know, should I say, the importance or the inevitability of the realignment of the political structure of Nigeria. Onye dị ngọzi site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi nke mere ndị gboo ji wee na-etu ya na ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ebighị ebi. Nnamdi nsọ onye anyị dabere, anyị na-akpọku aha nsọ gị n'uhuruchi ụtụtụ ehihie abalị n'ihi na ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka ụwa niile gburugburu wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị, amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ, ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ, ka i wee mere anyị amara And we na just can say Kahara Bunde Kuni Kahawe Megidan and Kebreding goes and I can't send it to a Kapapa Hono. Na Kahara be Milikiti Bunde Kuni, Western Biafra Gabia, Nidi to Agagati. They no Bugomogibonia Biblina Biafra Gabiare. A boy mad Hobanana Buchina can open an Kanine Wena Jamma. Moon waging horse or game making way in Biafra, Queenie Nana gave Pharosi. Anana gave Fanopahon and Kebre. Anana gave Arso Rapi. Oh, waging hope, Lapun Kaka Matuman and Kibwe and Kayana Kisialani. Oboyam Raji Wenas and Obanana gave Buchina and Keprumi Henina. Obanana gave Beze. Obadi Rokanyana, they took in it to Sopocana Sopping Benini baby. And you were not again and then so because the Kono the IPOB no one in there. Is no Biafra, Bubble Han on Kebre. Kangosi we Jotahan. Kiwe were Anyan Gosin Kiwe Lequasandi Dietua. Nandino Karakari. Le Kebenin and Kuiwe. Candino with Judomo Banho Krikri. Come on, I'm a Mary Boncani in a Biafra being Kuran and Kanoga and Benkanyan and Kiwe. Open Quanki Kurani Kaibo Kasroku when I book Hansog and Abalia. We are not Banana Buchina can not keep me Henina. Come again and better game Magno Miku Wezu can even do any key when it is no IPB no one in. Bunde Komogil Roptara. Send Hagagragos in Hagabasos your man taken and Kigwe. Take make a lazy West Nelly go with Lotanelo Wanta. Go one in the way, may horn West in Azia no more Biafra Muchineke. And when it when I goes a hand so and ask to and so put in Germany, Mbulian in a Gabun Canada, you go in the baby Canada. He said, all of them they know. The Fulani Janjaweed, they know. They took her into a forest. And they're raping this Fulani girl there every blessed day until she fell pregnant. What do you think will happen to Olo? It's just a very simple question. Because I want to bring home to people why I hate Nigeria with Shineke, but I despise the zoo and any idiot that calls himself a Nigerian. This evening, I want to prove that your average Nigerian is the most idiotic, is the most useless thing ever to walk the face of the earth. He can do whatever he likes and get away with it. Look at this idiot, Zuckerberg, whatever they call the idiot. Look at him. They have money, they can do whatever they like. They can give you culture, a virus in a lab in Wuhan, in China, and give it to you, and still sell the vaccine to you, because they have money. I'm asking you, who do you think the world will? I want all these idiots. I'm Niger Delta, I'm from South South. I want you to, in your foolishness, to understand what you're doing to yourself. All because of your bickering. I'm this, I'm separate. Fulani is taking all the oil. They can kidnap Leah Shwaibu, they can get her pregnant, it's nobody's business, they buy over the whole world, nobody will talk. They have the money. Britain will just say to them, oh, these are the guys with the money, these idiots from the north, they're the ones with the money, and they go to them. And that's what is happening to you today, isn't it, in the zoo? That is why Leah Shwaibu is there. They're holding her. She has given birth to her second child. A world without conscience. Human race right now is just not fit for purpose. Not fit for purpose. All that people are concerned about is that let us legalize gay marriage. Let us, how can I put it, let Islam continue to advance unchecked. That's what that concerns. The life of this little girl that is innocent. They said it was a virgin that gave birth to Jesus. This girl was a virgin. Destroyed. Completely destroyed. And every Sunday, every Saturday we go to temple, to the synagogue to pray. Every Sunday we go to the church to pray. Some of you in the Islamic faith with conscience, every Friday you go to pray. How many of you remember this girl? This girl is like you. The same way that terrorists are holding her hostage is how Fulani Caliphate is holding all of you hostage. You are like Leah Shwaibu. The world can see what is happening to you as an average Nigerian. You have no hope, you have no future. Everywhere you go to, if you're a high-ranking officer in any parastatal, they remove you, they put Fulani there. They put Fulani there. All of you are there looking sheepishly talking rubbish every blessed day. 2023, I'm from Nigeria, from South, our oil, our gas, all these idiots everywhere. Fulani have done their homework. And you're dancing to their tune. You're like, every Nigerian is like Leah Shwaibu. All of you, you are being held hostage. The world can see that you are no longer in control of your future. But there is nothing you can do about it. Are you telling me, tell me where else in the world that this will happen? CNN will have it on their front page every day. Ask yourself, why are the likes of CNN, CNBC, Fox News are not carrying it? Because they have taken money from Fulani. They know how to share money very well. And you're telling me that this world is fair. You're telling me, can you even imagine what the parents are going through? Some of you with children, if you have a little girl, go back to your bedroom. I'm sure some of them are sleeping. Look at that, your little girl. Imagine that somebody invades your home and takes the little girl away from you. In the next 3 years, you hear that your daughter, your 14-year-old daughter now has 2 kids. Not by high choice. How would you feel as a father and as a mother? That is how the parents of this girl is feeling this evening. Spare a thought for them. All of you shouting one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Have you seen the mess you put this girl in? Because the more you continue to talk about one Nigeria, the more the Fulani terrorists will come. They're never going to stop. Do you think they're stupid? Every head of security is them. Are you foolish? Majority of police commissioners are them. Are you daft? They control customs. They even control fire service, civil defense. Sometimes I wonder the type of school some of you went to. Are you that foolish? You were there when Onogen was removed. I didn't hear anybody shouting Niger Delta or South. He's our man. Nobody. Every person who says that he is a Nigerian, believe you me. In fact, no idiot, I have never seen anybody. When I was in the US, I was when I see somebody, oh, I'm from Oduduwa, I'm Yoruba. Nobody said I'm a Nigerian. Nobody, not a single soul. I travel extensively all over the world. I have never met anybody say, oh, where are you from? Say I'm a Nigerian. Never. They tell you the ethnicity, where they come from. As God intended. They are busy convening, the convener of the US Nigeria Law Group. In a country where there is no law, you have lawyers. Isn't that a shame? In a place where there is no law. Are you telling me that should CIA or MI5 or MI6 put their mind to it, they cannot tell you where Leah is? Is that what you're telling me? But you've managed to find an American hostage, but you cannot find where Leah Shwaibu is. And Leah Shwaibu is being held by people who come out openly to say that they own Nigeria. You even today, I'm coming to the news. Mietiala said, yes, we are the bandits. But a chief of army staff cannot go after them. Oh, no, they want to come to the south to look for Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igbo, and whoever they say they want to look for. And all of you read the paper like a bunch of clowns and idiots. None of you will ask yourself this question. Why don't you go after those holding Leah Shwaibu? Why don't you go after them? All of you are, you see, I think that Nigeria has a way of turning some of you into or not has a way, has turned all of you into, both those that with Nobel Prize and those who professor, everybody is a fool in Nigeria, is a complete idiot in Nigeria. Complete fool in Nigeria. Look at Leah Shwaibu. Can this nonsense happen elsewhere in the world? I'm asking you. Can this rubbish happen elsewhere in the world? Every Sunday you go to Catholic Church, you contribute money, you give to the Pope. You go to Anglican Church, you donate money, you give to Archbishop of Canterbury. You go, you give Methodist Church, they send it to heaven knows where. Baptist Church, God knows where they send it to. Pentecostal goes to the pocket of the idiot standing in front of you, shouting, God, Jesus, God, Jesus. Leah Shwaibu, where is she? She is in captivity because of her faith. What have you done? Nothing. Has there been any protest for her? All these bishops, all these men of Satan, monk, where are they? Can do nothing. All they want is money, using the word of God to deceive the idiots and the gullible. All of you are there in the zoo answering Nigerians for Nigeria. I hate you people. I don't want to see you. You're a fool. You are a creation of Lugard and what's her name? Shaw. What's her name again? Flora Shaw. You are the creation of your fellow human being. I feel sorry for you people. Animals in the zoo. Zoological Republic. People without shame nor honor. Well, let's go on. I'm heading a prayer group. Abdul Salami Abubakar looks like a Calibos monkey. He's busy telling you I'm a reconciliation of law. Reconcile what? So Fulani can take my land? So you can conquer me? Can you your one Nigeria? That is the only purpose that Nigeria serves. Is to head, it's like, have you seen where they call them the shepherd dogs, where they're heading sheep into a pen or into a circle? Go and Google it. I used to watch it on BBC, on Country Life program. They train the dogs to be shepherding the sheep. Only one dog will be heading a whole sheep up to 50 until they get them into the pen and they lock it. The more you shout one Nigeria, you're like a sheep being headed by a shepherd dog. For them to kill you, you have to be in one Nigeria. For Fulani to take your land, you have to be in one Nigeria. For Fulani to destroy your future and your hope, you have to be. Why don't you understand it? It's like putting people into a stadium and then bombing that very place. There's, come into the stadium, come in. Nigeria is like a stadium of death. They are heading you into one place to destroy you. Because if there is Biafra, Fulani cannot come without visa. If there's a Dudu, they cannot come. Have you ever wondered? Our mothers are crying in Igbo, in Eleme. In Eleme crying. Fulani are everywhere. And I'm asking you, if you had Biafra, people are crying in Bayelsa. Oh, we are dying. Oh, they're killing us. And this question is simple. If you had a Biafra, can Fulani be in your forest? They can never answer that question. Because most of them are Nigerians. Foolish by nature. Very foolish. God gave man brain so you can reason and think. That is why a white man can sit down and devise solutions to problems. But a black man will superstitiously be hoping on one native doctor or one miracle from God from somewhere, failing to do that thing that will practicalize, or should I say, trying to practicalize the solution to his problem. Never. It's the quote you, John chapter 8, verse 19. Ignorance and superstition. Leah Shuaibu is in captivity. And you have Christian Association of Nigeria doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. All that concerns is their private jet. No wonder the Janjaweed are slaughtering us at will. Slaughtering us at will. Very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed.
Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is a fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. I will be here. Biafra freedom will come from diaspora. I promised them for many years, since 2021, that I will bring the Biafra freedom from diaspora. I want you to look around yourself. Is it not coming from diaspora? They thought they have locked everywhere. If you go to Nigeria, they kill you. If you do, they will challenge you. Come to Nigeria, so we'll take you serious. Come to Nigeria. Because I will not come to Nigeria. If you want to die, go and put yourself in war. I will not come to Nigeria. I will be here to fight for my people, and I will be here and free my people from Nigeria. When Queen Elizabeth was controlling you, in Nigeria and doing amalgamation. Was she there? Was she there? We are not remember the same Lugard. Was she there? I will do like her. I will be here and free Biafra, and then I will come to unify Biafra people after Biafra has been recognized. I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C. Freedom is coming from the European Union. Freedom is not coming from Africa. Freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is not coming from Abuja. Freedom is coming from America. It's coming from Europe. You don't know that, know it. No matter how sad and bad it sounds. But that is the fact. So why should I go to Nigeria where freedom is not coming from? It's coming from here. Thank you very much.
Face of this very earth.
Yes, I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this morning program. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program this morning, wherever you are connecting, wherever you are watching us from. Either you are watching on TikTok, you are watching on Facebook, or on YouTube, where we are hosting the program. I appreciate every one of you, and I thank you for joining this program. As you join us, wherever you are joining, please kindly like and share this program. Like and share the program if it resonates with you. Like and share to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to those who are close to you. It is our responsibility to continue to pass this message, no matter how bad it is, no matter how they try to stop us, no matter the attacks, no matter the insults, no matter all the pressure. We must continue to speak. We must continue to talk. So wherever you are joining, The only role you have to play in this morning program is to like the program and share. When you like it and share, you are equally inviting others to join. Don't sit and watch alone. When you are watching the program alone and enjoying it alone, you are not making impact. Every one of us is part of the media. As long as you come across this very program and you are watching, you are observing, that means you are part of us. I do not care where you belong. I don't care your orientation. I don't care your group. I do not care about your religion. I do not care about your own ideology or the group where you belong. What I care about is the freedom of the Biafran people. My own freedom. What I care about is humanity in general, not just for us Biafrans, for everyone that is living. I appreciate every one of you. I thank everyone that has connected so far. I can see some wonderful people who are already there connecting. I can see my beloved sister Linda TV show. I appreciate you, my sister Linda. Thank you for your support. I see Samuel Memo. Samuel Memo, thank you so much for joining. Samuel Memo, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. May Chukwu Kukabiama guide and protect you. Thank you so much for joining. And every other person that have connected there, I thank every one of you. You can see Ekene Udi. Ekene, thank you so much for joining, Ekene. And every other person, whether you are commenting or you're not commenting, as long as you are part of this program this morning, I appreciate your welcome here and I wish you a very happy weekend. It is our weekend program. I know it is a busy day. Weekend is always time when people engage in one activity or the other. But for you to bring out your time, to give us part of your time, for you to give me part of your time this very morning, I appreciate you. Either morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are joining from, I say, may Chukwu Kukabiama continue to guide you and protect you. Wherever you are watching, either on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, you are a special guest. You are a special guest, and I welcome you. Once again, I appreciate you. Please continue to share this program, continue to invite people. In this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come to this platform to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or to attack individuals. Our mission in this platform is to propagate the gospel of freedom, to present Biafra as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. It does not mean that we are looking down on other tribes. We are not looking down on other tribes, on other groups. What we are saying is that there should be a nation created based on value system. We are calling for disintegration, that people should be able to decide their fate. The Arewa people can be on their own. If they want to create a caliphate, they have the right to create the caliphate among themselves. The Yoruba people can equally create their own system that they want. The Biafran people, which is the old southeastern region, should be allowed to be who they want to be. The Middle Belt can equally practice what they want to practice. This is all we are asking for. And this is why we come here every day, every now and again. We come in and we speak about this issue because it concerns us. In as much as many people do not like to hear the truth, in as much as many people do not want to listen, we will continue to speak. Even if it's only one person that is convinced through our speech, it will go a long way. And Chukwu Okikabema will record it for us, that when that time came that we spoke, because history will definitely hold me accountable, hold you accountable. Our children unborn, we ask you, what did you do when all this were going on? That question is going to come. My unborn children will ask. And they will go and make a research and they will see what I did, what I said, my participation for the freedom of our people. Likewise, yourself, your children will ask questions and they will make investigation to see what you did. So it is important that we speak. That is why I am speaking. Today is weekend. I wish you all a very happy weekend and I welcome you to this amazing program. We are going to try to be as fast as we can, as quick as possible, not taking much of your time to express our views, say things the way it is, regardless how people feel about it. Remember, in this platform, it is a platform for public opinion. I am entitled to my opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. My duty here is not to force you to believe what I have to say. Neither is it your duty to force me to believe what you have in mind. You are entitled to whatever opinion you have. What we do here is to exchange views, interrogate our ideas deeply, have a rethink, look at things from other perspectives, and at the end of the day, the choice is yours to make. They say you can take the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. So what I will do is what I know is right, speaking the truth at all the time, presenting it to you the way you can understand it, and it's left for you to take your decision at last on what to do. One thing I will not do is to force you into anything, because whatever you do, whatever decision you take, you will be held responsible for that, not me. Whatever decision you take, at the end of the day, you will be held responsible, not me. That is why it is important that you interrogate every single thing you hear, regardless who is preaching, regardless who tells you, whatever you hear from anybody, big, small, leadership or followership. Before you follow, before you do, interrogate it within yourself. Like those of us that are Christians, the Bible urges us to test every spirit. If you're a Christian, you must have come across that portion of the Bible. Test every spirit before you believe, before you follow. You must test every spirit. Only after you have tested and you are convinced that this is the right path, then you can follow and prepare to take responsibility when the time comes. So, my fellow Biafrans, I welcome every one of you, and I appreciate you for being part of this program this weekend. And today's topic we are going to discuss is a very big and broad one. We are going to try to touch many aspects of this very topic to make sure that we can be able to encourage Biafrans, open up some areas that we are ignoring, also allowing Biafrans to think broadly instead of limiting their thoughts to one particular section. The topic says, who is sabotaging Biafra? The truth about Igbo politicians exposed. Defend Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa now. The first part of the topic says, who is sabotaging Biafra? It is a question that so many people are asking. Even those that has the answers are asking. Some pretend to know, even when they don't know. Some know and they pretend they don't know. The truth about Igbo politicians. We are going to try as much as possible to expose it. We must continue to defend Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. These two people, their name must not get out of your mouth if you are a genuine Biafra agitator. It doesn't matter whether you like them or you hate them. If you care about your freedom, do not castigate them, even if you don't like them. The highest thing you can do is to ignore them. Don't talk about them. But when you raise your voice against them or speak against them, you are destroying yourself. Simon Ekpa served under Nnamdi Kanu. He did not one day work against Nnamdi Kanu. He never disappointed Nnamdi Kanu. He never contested the position of Nnamdi Kanu, and he never denigrated Nnamdi Kanu. Simon Ekpa has always addressed himself as a disciple of Nnamdi. And when even questions were posed to him, he said that Nnamdi Kanu's position in Biafra is not contestable. He is just a prime minister and the spokesperson of Biafra in the absence of Nnamdi Kanu. He was never in competition with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not even one day. And while he was with us, he made sure that every single time he's talked about, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will follow up. For those of you who were very active then, whenever Mazi Simon Ekpa trend, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trend. Whenever Mazi Simon Ekpa trend, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will trend. So when you see some people today that isolated themselves from Mazi Simon Ekpa, I tell you, it is not compulsory that you must like Mazi Simon Ekpa. Even if you hate him, do not castigate him. Don't speak against him. Just ignore him. Just like the command Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave in detention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told the DOS, ignore Mazi Simon Ekpa in whatever he's doing. Because he knew what was happening. He knows who they are and what they're made of. He knows about their envy and jealousy. And he told them, ignore him. This man, ignore him. That order was presented. It was given to Ejiofor. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was the one that letter was given to. Which all of us saw when that letter was given to him. And when they brought it, that very line was faded. The message was brought through Ifeanyi Ejiofor. And that Ifeanyi Ejiofor was the person who was in the front line to make sure that Mazi Simon Ekpa was destroyed, because they know what he stands for. They knew that with Mazi Simon Ekpa, you can never, ever, ever take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu away from the picture. The battle to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under the background is still going on as we speak. Some of you do not know the battle that Mazi Simon Ekpa fought on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There is one of my brother that I used to do program with. Some of you might be seeing his program. He was a very wonderful brother. Every one of us, we were with Mazi Simon Ekpa. We were with Mazi Simon Ekpa. I used to conduct program with him then, until he began to misunderstand Mazi Simon Ekpa. Why did he misunderstand Mazi Simon Ekpa? It was because of Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Nelly. More especially Nelly. It was because of the issue of Nelly that my brother left Mazi Simon Ekpa. It was because of the issue of Nelly. But today, I can see that my brother also, he is the one that I can see in the front line today, fighting the people who are trying to destroy the image of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, take him away from the picture. He is in the front line. And when I watch his video, I smile. That guy, many of you must have seen, I won't call his name, many of you must have seen his video. He is very, very confident and he is very, very straight. The only problem he has sometimes, he wants to be strict. He is so strict that sometimes he wouldn't have time to have a second thought. The Nelly he fought Mazi Simon Ekpa because of Nelly. He later left. The Nelly wasn't he discharged? Nelly was thrown to the dustbin where she belonged. Ifeanyi Ejiofor was also removed. But there is time for everything. That is one thing that in all that we are doing, patience is very important. Patience. We have to learn to be patient. We have to learn to be patient. That's my brother today. People who are fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today to take him away, this DOS and their group, using Lolo Neka. Lolo Neka is the one they employed, using her platform to destroy the image of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, it is that my brother is in the front line. But I bet you, if Mazi Simon Ekpa was around, who is Lolo Neka? Who is Lolo Neka? If Mazi Simon was around, only one message, she would disappear. Only one broadcast, she would disappear. But today, that Lolo Neka today is the one taking people away from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, trying to denigrate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, trying to criminalize everything around Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you think you are supporting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you criminalize the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you criminalize the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what is left? And you are supporting the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, speaking the same tone with the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I don't know why it is difficult for Biafrans to see this. And some people are still hailing her. Of course, when she was on the right path, my own very self, I used to play her video on this platform. But when I saw where she belonged, I didn't wait a second. I stopped. So the brother I mentioned, many of you must have seen that brother who is doing a very wonderful work. And this is somebody who, I had many programs with him in those days. When we were defending on the side of Mazi Samanekpa, until when problem came in, even the day we have an argument about the issue of Mazi Samanekpa and Nelly Idu case, the Idu debate, when we had the Idu debate, it was between me and him and some other people. And I was telling that Mazi Samanekpa said he is preaching Biafra. He never one day supported anything Idu. He never preached Idu. And Mazi Samanekpa said, the only thing is my concern is the only thing that will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out. So long this lady is still talking about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let her be. If you don't want to listen to that, Idu say, come to my platform. I preach Biafra, and I will come to preach Biafra until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. That was the message of Mazi Samanekpa. But they misunderstood him. They just wanted him to fight Nelly at that time and push her aside and throw her away. But Mazi Samanekpa said no. Because there are still some information, there are still some areas that need to be cleared. But impatience made that my brother to then began to attack Mazi Samanekpa. But at that stage, I saw it. He didn't go all out like the other people were doing. At a stage, he cut himself and he was just on his own. He never supported. He wasn't even supporting the DOS or whatever. And today, he is the one that I can see. When I look at his video, I see him speak. I remember in those days. When I see him speak today, he's the only person that I can be able to watch his video now, and I see some sanity in what he's saying. Picking out that woman, picking that woman out and trashing every single thing that she's doing, because that woman knows nothing about the structure of IPOB, knows nothing about what is happening in IPOB, but she just came in to cause confusion, to tarnish the image of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and to destroy everything that we are talking about. She will say that she's not a member of IPOB. Then why are you so interested in pushing a narrative in the IPOB? Every one of us need to wake up. There are lots of these kind of individuals, and if you are not watchful, you can't see them. Up to today, there are still people who are following that Lord Neka. Even not only her, there are some other people in so many places who pretend. They pretend they are following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are following Mazi Samanekpa, but they are not. They are not. They are not. You don't even need to fight them, but you need to apply your common sense. Ask questions to yourself. That's why let us begin to ask ourselves questions. Or ask those people questions. When you see them, ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. It is very important that we know. Some of us don't know these brothers. We don't. A lot of things go. My sister Stella said I should mention his name. I said I should mention his name. He said I should mention his name. No. He said, my sister, he said I should mention him. He said, why am I calling? He is my brother. My sister, Stella Uzoka, let me tell you, every Biafran is my brother. Even if you misbehave, that will not make you to cease to be my brother. The only thing that there are certain things I cannot do with you. There are certain meetings I cannot attend with you. There are certain secrets I cannot keep with. There are certain leverages you cannot ever enjoy with me again. You say I should mention, maybe you know the person I'm talking about already. I'm talking about MOP. MAP. Some of you might know MAP. I'm talking about MAP. MAP. In those days, I conduct programs that we are together fighting under Mazi Samanekpa. Later, when the problem of Nelly came, they were trying to push Mazi Simon Ekpa to go and fight Nelly, remove her, do this, and Mazi Simon Ekpa said, it is not yet time. Let her be. That I'm not for you do. Personally, I am talking about Biafra. If you're not comfortable with what she's saying, come to my platform. But for the fact that she has not gone against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which is our major problem, how to bring that Mazi, since she's still working, from what he's seeing, that she's still working towards to the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let her be. Let her be a preacher message. But then some of them misunderstood. Oh, my sister, you don't know him. Okay. Maybe you were not very close then. MAP map. When you watch his program now, even in recent times, I have not seen him even mention. Then he was attacking Mazi Simon, but he didn't attack Mazi Simon the way others were attacking. He wasn't. At a stage, he stopped. He focused on this DOS and their evil. Today, he's the only one today, when you look at his program, he's the only one that his program is still very sanitized. Engaging this woman, this one that called herself Lola Neg. It is so sad when we see some of those things happen. But what are we going to do? We must continue. But one thing we must learn is patience. We must learn patience in everything. Even when we disagree, don't disagree to the extent that you will become unreconcilable. Don't disagree to the extent that you speak or you say something that can never be reconciled anymore. Because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Everybody that from all Southeastern region, we are still brothers and sisters. Tomorrow, if Biafra comes, you cannot tell anybody not to come in. Everybody must come back home. The highest thing we can do is that you will pass through the process of the law. If you feel that is something that I did that is not good, you take me to court. The court of Biafra will have a constitution that will follow, and the court will decide my fate. The court will decide my fate. So we don't have to kill each other because of disagreement, because we don't agree on one thing or the other. Whether you have a different ideology or mine, we are still brothers and sisters. We still remain whom we are. The only difference is that in as much as you are my brother and my sister, there are certain things I cannot discuss with you. It's just like in a family. You won't say because your brother is mad, you will throw him away and say, go and kill a madman. Then you will know that that mad person has brothers and sisters. The parents people will fight for him. Even if your brother is a thief, there is a way to handle you cannot dish him away and say because he's a thief. A time comes when you will come and present yourself and fight for him. So we should not be going overboard to fight to the extent that we become irreconcilable. That is what some of us are doing. Not knowing what is going to happen tomorrow. You don't know who is going to be your neighbor the next minute. You don't know who is going to be the neighbor when Biafra comes. As I said before, you cannot stop anybody from coming into Biafra. When Biafra comes, all of us will return back home. We will all be back home. The only difference will be if you see that there is something I did that is so evil and unforgivable, you take me to court. The court will decide my fate. How I walked against Biafra. The court I will have my lawyers. The Biafra will have their lawyers to prove how I sabotage or how I walked against Biafra. And once that proof is being given, then I will face the consequence. The full wrath of the law. Nothing, no pity, nothing. You face the full wrath of the law. So we must continue. And today, as we are going into the topic of today, we are going to discuss is protecting the Biafra struggle, unity, self-preservation, and the future of our people. We must keep on discussing, no matter how difficult it is. I welcome everyone that have joined us. Today's message is not an ordinary broadcast, as I have always said. This year, we are not presenting broadcasts just because we want to say something. We present issues that has a lot to do with us and with our struggle. Today's message is about survival. Today's message is about survival. responsibility, and the future of a people. This message, you need to pay attention, and please share this message if you can. If the message resonates with you, if you are part of the freedom, share this message. Don't keep it to yourself, because you are part of the media. Radical evangelism is one of the assignments that was given to us. In that radical evangelism, there are people in Biafra land that do their own on the ground. If you cannot go out and do it on the ground, online, when you come to a platform where the message resonates with you, you share. That is how to engage in that radical evangelism. Not necessarily that you'll be in the street preaching. When you join online, share the message so that it will get to you. Never can tell who will grab it and things will change. You never can tell whose own sharing will meet that very person that will speak that word. So today's message is about survival, responsibility, and the future of a people. Because throughout history, one truth has remained constant. A people can face opposition from outside. A people can face pressure from powerful governments. A people can face propaganda and persecution. But the greatest danger to any liberation struggle often comes from within. I want you to pay attention. Throughout history, one truth has remained constant. A people can face opposition from outside. A people can face pressure from powerful government. A people can face propaganda and persecution, just like we, the Biafrans, are facing today. But the greatest danger to any liberation struggle often comes from within, which is exactly our situation today. The major problem we are having today is the pressure from within. Today we will talk about the need to protect and defend the Biafra self-determination movement. We will talk about the importance of protecting leadership voices. Protecting the leadership voices of the struggle. The voice of Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. And the larger question of how a movement maintains unity, discipline, and purpose. And we will ask a difficult but necessary question. Why do internal division often become the biggest obstacle to national aspirations? Why do internal division often become the biggest obstacle to national aspiration in terms of the Biafra struggle that we are in today? Stay with me to the end of this broadcast, because what we will discuss today concerns future of Igbo people and the principle of self-determination. We will try as much as possible to touch important details and facts. When it hurts you or it touches you, all you need to do is to go back and think again and find out, why are you pained with the topic? In any area that it touches you, go and think again. Why are you not uncomfortable? Why are you so uncomfortable with the message? Before we even speak about Biafra, we must understand something fundamental. The idea of self-determination is not radical. It is not new. Self-determination is a right supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law, a right supported by Nigerian law itself. It is not radical, and it is not new. The Biafrans were not the first people to ask for self-determination in Nigeria, in case you don't know. The Biafrans were not the first. In fact, the first people that asked for self-determination in Nigeria were the Northerners, the Fulani Janjaweed, the Northerners, when they said Araba. Nobody shot them because of that. Nobody called them terrorists because of that. Nobody killed them for that. They were the Hausas, the Fulanis were the first people. They were the first people to move for self-determination in Nigeria. Self-determination is not radical. It is not new. It is a principle recognized in international discourse and history. The idea that a people should have the right to determine their political future. Around the world, many nations were born from this principle. Many nations around the world, they were born from the principle of self-determination. History shows that communities that feel marginalized or politically excluded often begin to organize, debate, and advocate for greater autonomy or independence. The Biafra movement emerged from historical grievances, political debates, and the search for dignity and security for the Igbo people and others who identify with the cause. For many supporters, the movement represents more than politics. For many of us, the movement of Biafra represents more than politics. In as much as self-determination is politically related, but for us, Nnamdi Kanu said that Biafra is our religion. Biafra, for us, is a religion. And we will protect it with everything that we have. It represents identity, survival, and the desire of a secure future for us. If you think that the self-determination of the Biafran is just a political movement, you must be mistaken. Biafra is our religion. Every movement in history has leaders. Leaders do not exist because they are perfect. They exist because at certain moment in history, they become symbol of a struggle. Just like you have Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu today, the symbol of the freedom of Biafran people, the agitation of Biafra. If you do not align with Nnamdi Kanu, you are on your own. That is the truth. Anybody that is talking about Biafran struggle and you don't align with Nnamdi Kanu, you are completely on your own. I am not forcing you to align with Nnamdi Kanu. Neither am I forcing you that you must be. But I'm telling you the fact that wherever the Biafran freedom is mentioned, wherever Biafran issue is called upon, the symbol is Nnamdi Kanu. And if you still care about Biafra and you want to be free, you must not bring him down, no matter what happens. That is why when I see what Lolo Neka is doing with members of DOS, when I see what Lolo Neka is doing with members of DOS, I laugh. For that woman, Lolo Neka, I know she knows nothing. She knows nothing about agitation. When it comes to Biafra agitation, she knows nothing. She might be educated. She might have her own. When she was doing Igbo course, she was doing excellently well. She might be a journalist. But when it comes to Biafra agitation politics, she knows nothing. She knows it. And I wouldn't even say that she knows what she's doing. Just like that my brother said that she's on contract. She has been contracted. That is the only way to describe her attitude. Contracted by federal government of Nigeria to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is removed completely out of the picture. This was the battle Simon Ekpa fought from 2021 that Nnamdi was kidnapped up to the time he was 10. The battle of Simon Ekpa was to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu image is not removed. From the moment Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, the battle Simon Ekpa fought. Some of you who say you don't know what he did, one of the things he did was to make sure that the legacy of Nnamdi Kanu is not removed. They tried. After the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS tried. They started removing his names from all the signatures in IPOB, including radio. It was Master that busted them. And when Master did everything he did, he was connecting directly to Nnamdi Kanu, just like he was doing before Nnamdi Kanu was detained. Master Simon was in communication with all the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu. Every of his lawyers, they had access to Master Simon, and Master Simon has access to them. And they bring information to Master Simon about why he was there. The Karawat lawyer, even he himself confessed several times, Master Nnamdi Kanu gave him message to Master Simon. What intention? He sent him message. A lawyer, the same thing. The other guy also, the same thing. So every one of them, they were all active, doing what they had to do. All the lawyers, they were communicating to Mazi Simon Ekpa to show you the closeness that Mazi Simon Ekpa never distanced himself, not even a second, from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was never contesting the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never pushed himself forward as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He never claimed to be the leader of the struggle. He was just the spokesperson. Later became the prime minister. Out of necessity. Leaders do not exist because they are perfect. They exist because of certain moment in history. They become the symbol of the struggle. When Wazirike fell, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu became the face of the struggle. And he did excellently well and built the struggle to the extent it become indestructible. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was taken out from the picture, Mazi Simon Ekpa made sure that nobody takes the position of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Make sure that nothing was dismantled. And he was carrying the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You see, some people, they will tell you that he said he will not obey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I have told you in my program yesterday, in every single statement Mazi Simon Ekpa made, he put a caveat. There is always a context under which he said it. When he said he will not take order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it was on the issue of sit at home, which was meant to mount pressure on the government of Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you and I know that it is that sit at home that put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the front line. It was that sit at home that forced even his enemies to begin to speak and call for release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that was necessary then. And Mazi Simon said that even though that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not support the sit at home, that it is necessary for us to do it for him. Because it is in our hand to care about our leader who is in the territory of the enemies. It is our responsibility to care for him. And he explained why that pressure must be maintained. That was where he said he will not take order from somebody in detention. It was in that context of sit at home. That was why, if you were following at that time, within that time he made that statement, there are so many information that came from Nnamdi that he still obeyed. There are so many instructions that came that he obeyed. So many directions that came. The lawyers were still communicating, sending detail. The only one he gave that caveat in that context was the sit at home. Because that is one of the arguments they tell you that Mazi Samaneka said he will not take order from Mazi Nnamdi. And Mazi Nnamdi knew very well that what he was doing was the right thing. That is why you can never see any video anywhere where Mazi Nnamdi condemned Mazi Samaneka. You can never find it. The DOS tried everything. That is one of the reasons they are fighting Mazi Nnamdi today. The one they call Ikengurago. Ikenga said it openly that if Mazi Nnamdi did not condemn Mazi Samaneka, he would begin to attack Mazi Nnamdi. And he did. Ikenga said it. He said in the last court of Mazi Nnamdi, he said, in this court, if Mazi Nnamdi did not attack Mazi Samaneka, condemn Mazi, that he will start attacking Mazi Nnamdi. And he sent that message through Ifeanyi Ejiofor. And Mazi Nnamdi never did not condemn Mazi Samaneka, not even once. That is why Ikenga today is attacking Mazi Nnamdi. Some of you don't know. Some of you are not following up. You think Ikenga just came up and began to attack Mazi Nnamdi. Ikenga was attacking Mazi Nnamdi because he was part of the DOS. He was one of the spokesmen of the DOS, and they made that challenge that Mazi Nnamdi must condemn Mazi Samaneka. Chike Doziem and the Chinas Aworu, they were pushing Mazi Nnamdi in detention. They were pushing him to condemn. And because Mazi Nnamdi refused to condemn Mazi Samaneka, that was why they started attacking Mazi Nnamdi. Today, they went and recruited Lauren Neka. Lauren Neka today is their mouthpiece, using her platform to attack Mazi Nnamdi. And some of you still go there and listen and you clap for her. When all you do is to condemn and destroy the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi. The other day I saw her, she was accusing Aloy Ejimako of being responsible for jailing Mazi Nnamdi. And I say, what is wrong with this woman? She was accusing Aloy Ejimako that it was Aloy Ejimako that jailed Mazi Nnamdi. And she was giving the credit of the case to Ifeanyi Ejiofor. I don't know where this woman was when this issue started all around. The only lawyer that won the case for Mazi Nnamdi was Aloy Ejimako. It was the case Aloy Ejimako won in Abia State. That was the case that was used to win the case in the Supreme Court. Aloy Ejimako was the very first person to win case for Mazi Nnamdi. And in that case, he won that case, and also he was awarded. Mazi Nnamdi was awarded. The court told the federal government to apologize to Mazi Nnamdi and award him some ransom. He also won a case again, I think in Enugu State also. So the only lawyer that won case for Mazi Nnamdi is Aloy Ejimako. But today, that Aloy Ejimako is the person that this woman is attacking, saying that he is the one that jailed Mazi Nnamdi. The extraordinary rendition issue, who brought it? The person that introduced the extraordinary rendition, which is the backbone of the case of Mazi Nnamdi today, is Aloy Ejimako. Even when he brought it, Ifeanyi Ejiofor refused. Ifeanyi Ejiofor refused. She pushed all the blame on Aloy Ejimako. And they said it's Aloy Ejimako that he jailed Mazi Nnamdi. As if she's talking to kids, and people are listening to her. Where on the planet Earth have you seen a freedom fighter win a case under the same government you are fighting? You don't win a winning a case is getting your freedom. Where did you see that? Winning a case against the government you are fighting is getting your freedom. saw a ridiculous video she was making. In all her videos, she attacked the lawyers of Mazi Nnmdi. Everyone that is related to Mazi Nnmdi, she condemned them. The family of Mazi Nnmdi, she said they are using the struggle for their personal issue. That even in Sokoto, they are taking money. They are taking money from people. Look at the protest that was held yesterday. In that protest, this was a protest to free Mazi Nnmdi. A protest to free Mazi Nnmdi. Does it matter who did the protest? Does it really matter? Does it matter who did that protest and for what reason? Does it really matter? Won't you be happy that at least the people are picking courage to come and protest on behalf of Mazi Nnmdi in this zoological republic? When was the last time we made a protest in Nigeria? When was the last time we made a protest in Nigeria for Mazi Nnmdi? When? Can you tell me? When was the last time a protest was held? And all of a sudden, you see them in their platform, all the IPOB, they're attacking the protest. They attack Showore. That Showore is using it for campaign and show off. They themselves that are Igbos, why didn't they use it for show off for themselves? Because I know Lola Neka herself is a politician. She's supporting P2B. Why did they use Mazi Nnmdi kind of protest and showcase themselves? Why did they do it? One other program I watched yesterday, that one was saying that why did they hold the protest in Aba? They said, why did they do the protest in Aba? They should have done it in Abuja. You did it in Abuja. They said, why did you do it in Abuja? You should have done it in Imo State. You did it in Imo State. They said, why did you do it in Imo State? You should go and do it in Afaro Ibeku. Anything you do, they must talk. A protest that was meant to free the man you say you like, you love. Even if you are not the one that hosted it, no matter what it is, the title, even no matter what is the motive of the person that is hosting it, why don't you capitalize on it to advertise your leader's release? Why don't you tap into it, key into it and overtake it? But what you are doing is to destroy it, discredit it. It is so sad. It is so sad. Within the Biafra movement, figures such as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Sabotaging have become prominent voice who attract attention, debate, and strong reaction from supporters and critics alike. But leadership in a liberation movement carries a heavy burden. Leadership in any liberation movement carries a heavy burden, just like you see today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is carrying life sentence. Mazi Sabotaging is carrying 6 years sentence. Both of them in detention. Seeing attack coming from the politicians, attack coming from people who were following their own followers before. People who pretend to be following them are the one today attacking them, denigrating them. Some trying to take away their name and make sure that they are not heard anymore. That is the heavy burden that they are carrying for you and I. Leaders are scrutinized. Leaders are criticized. Leaders are sometimes misunderstood. Just like you see many people misunderstand Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. More people misunderstand Mazi Sabotaging, including people that are following Mazi Sabotaging. Some of them today, when they talk, they present Mazi Sabotaging as a violent person. The way they narrate Mazi Sabotaging. Some of us that claim to follow Mazi Sabotaging, the way we speak, we present Mazi Sabotaging as a violent person. You tell me you are not, this time around, you're not going to go in a violent way, meaning that you have been going the violent way before. What violent way was Mazi Sabotaging going? What Mazi Sabotaging was calling for is self-defense. That is all he preached. Educated our people on how to defend themselves. Is that calling for violence? Is that violence? Is that violence? And even on the rules on how to form a government, on how to get a government, there is a rule in the African people who are human rights laws that says that you can use force to liberate yourself. It's part of the law that you can use force. You can use force to defend yourself. But today, you see some of us, we make Mazi Simon Ekpa look like a troublemaker. From what we say about him, from what we present, we make him look like a violent, but he was never violent. All he was telling us is to direct us to do what we have to do to protect ourselves. And that is the responsibility of every government, protecting the life and property of each citizen. Unlike Nigeria today, that you see their citizens are being kidnapped every day. Every minute of the day, citizens of Nigeria are being kidnapped with no single protection. Nobody speaks for them. Nobody stands for them. Everybody on his own. Every day you go on Nigeria. We are going to get to the news after I finish my program, my discourse. We'll go to their news. You see what you will see in their news is kidnap, ransom, kidnap, ransom, kidnap, ransom. That is what you hear in their news. Invasion of barracks. When the terrorists have become bold to take over barracks, is it your family they will not take over? Is it your village they will not take over? In a country where terrorists take over barracks, is it your village they will not take over? And in many cases, leaders become targets of political pressure, legal battles, and intense public controversy. That is the situation we are having today in Nnamdi Kanu and Sabotaging. History shows that when a movement becomes divided about its leadership, confusion often follows. And our own case is not different. Our own case is not different. In our own case, that the leadership has even multiplied to the level that you can't even, there are some you don't even know. The leadership are multiplying. Everybody wants to be a leader. Everybody wants to be a figurehead. Everybody wants his name to be heard. But those of us who genuinely want freedom knows who our leaders are. You cannot cajole people to take you as a leader. For you to lead and be a leader of the people, you must earn it. You have to earn it. It is not by command and control. It is not by preaching. It's not by telling people who must obey you. No. You earn your respect from the people. Nnamdi Kanu did not command anybody to control anybody. He preached the message for years and he earned the respect. He earned the same thing Samango did. He earned the respect. Samango earned the respect. Every single respect we have for him today, he earned it. He didn't come to preach to us and say we must follow him. At least I'm in the media. I never use that word, you must. When you must follow. No. I don't use it. All we need to do is to present his job, his work, and the things he's doing, and then it's left for you to make your choice. And people began to confess and follow him because of what they saw. He earned the respect. The same thing with Nnamdi Kanu. That is why today people can die for Nnamdi Kanu. They can put their life on the line. Look at that protest. People can put their life on the line. They don't need anybody to come and tell them anything. They will die for Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing with Simon Ekpa. People will put their life on the line for him because he earned the respect. Why the DOS were busy there commanding and controlling, challenging and looking for whom to kill? He was busy responding to the questions of the Biafra people. And he earned that respect. That is how to do it. That's how a leader should earn respect. And more especially in the case of Biafra, Biafrans don't just follow. They will listen to you. Even when you think they follow, if they come to listen to you, you think that maybe they have followed. They have not. They will still digest everything that you are saying. And when they discover that you are not in the right path, they will leave. They will leave. Definitely, they will leave. To convince Biafrans take years. It takes decades. For you to convince Biafrans, it doesn't take days. It doesn't take days. It doesn't even take a year. It is years, decades, before you can be able to win them over. The most difficult people to convince. History shows that when a movement becomes divided, about its leadership, confusion often follows. That is why many supporters emphasize discipline. We always emphasize discipline, clarity of purpose, and internal dialogue. That has always been my message. Some people hate me because of that. Some people hate me because I'm talking about discipline. Some people hate me because I'm preaching clarity of purpose, unity of purpose. Some people hate my platform because I'm talking about internal dialogue. And I begin to wonder, when I see such people, even sometimes you see them, they comment on the comment section. When I see them, I begin to wonder, are we still fighting for freedom, or there is something else we are looking for? That this Biafra we're talking about, is it for one person or for two people? Is it not a nation that all of us will return back to? But you'll be surprised that some people, even on this platform, I will be preaching a message. Sometimes you see people that will come, they will be attacking me because I'm talking about unity of purpose, because I'm talking about emphasizing on clarity of purpose, because I'm emphasizing on internal dialogue. They don't want to hear it. They call you names, they attack you, and you begin to wonder. History has taught us something painful, but some of us have refused to learn. Many struggle fail not because of external enemies, but because internal disagreement grew into destructive division. When a people begin to fight each other, verbally and politically, when accusations replace dialogue, like we see today, instead of having dialogue among ourselves, it is one accusation or the other, from one accusation to the other, from one accusation to the other. When accusation replaces dialogue, when distrust replaces strategy, no trust for anybody. People don't even trust themselves. The movement begins to weaken. The movement begins to weaken. I can count hundreds of people today who are no longer speaking about the issue of Biafra. Not because of anything, not because they don't believe in Biafra, not because the reality is not there, not because Biafra is not going to come, but they are fed up with the confusion. I know how we started. Go and check all the Biafran platforms. Go and check now. Go and check and rate them. Rate the performance of the platforms, how it is. Rate all the platforms, both the biggest platforms, those ones you think they have, go and rate. And then compare it to in those days when people were ready for the message. Many people have weakened. Many people have been weakened. All these gossip, challenges, attacks have weakened. Many people have been weakened. Many people have just decided to sit back and watch. Some people don't even log in again to come and listen to what you want to do. There's some people. I know so many people. I've been here for a very long time. I know many people that come here, we discuss. I know many people. During the time of Nnamdi, during the time of Mazi Simon. And since that Mazi Simon era, for the past 5 years, I know people who has coming and going, coming and going. And I know how every one of them today. Some of them, they will call you privately and you will talk. But when you come to the issue of Biafra, no. They don't want to have anything to do with it again. Not that they don't believe that it's going to come. They know. But they cannot be able to stand the insult, the disgrace, the confusion. Many are no longer tomorrow. But I appreciate everyone that is still standing strong. Don't give up. Do not be discouraged. They are going to insult you. They will attack you. They will call you names. Even the people, your own brother that you are fighting the struggle with, people you think you are inseparable, they will talk against you. Don't give up. Continue to do that thing that you know you can be able to do. And your heart and soul convinces you that it's the real thing to do. Continue to do it. Don't look back. At the end of the day, we are all going to return home. And everybody will give account of his stewardship. And the world begins to lose confidence in its seriousness. That's what we are saying. This is why self-preservation is essential. Self-preservation as a people, very essential. Self-preservation. Very, very important at this time. Self-preservation means protecting the dignity of the movement. We must protect the dignity of this movement, maintaining discipline, resolving disagreement through dialogue rather than destruction. A movement that destroys itself from within cannot convince the world it is ready to build a nation. A movement that destroys itself from within cannot convince the world it is ready to build a nation. Maybe you don't know. You are seeking for recognition. What do you want them to recognize? You want them to recognize your infighting, your abuse and curse and insult against each other. Is that what you want them to recognize? You are seeking for recognition. You want them to recognize saga. Is that what you want them to recognize? A movement that destroys itself from within cannot convince the world it is ready to build a nation. Protect the dignity of this movement. We must. It is a must. We must protect the dignity of the movement by maintaining discipline in our speech, in our word, in all our interactions, because mostly our interaction is online. They are watching. That is where we are getting the greatest damage that is happening from the politicians. The political elites, they are one of the most dangerous cancer that is in us. The politicians, the role they are playing against the struggle is disturbing. Is more than disturbing. The politicians. Look at what is happening in Biafra land. More especially the Igbo politicians, those states that speak Igbo, those ones they call the Igbo states. Those Nigerian call Igbo states. That the Nigerian own southeast, the Nigerian southeast. I don't mean the original south, the Nigerian southeast. Look at what they are doing to themselves. Look at how they are attacking their own people, destroying the image of their own people. In the northern part of Nigeria, no matter how the terrorist is destroying their life and taking their life, you can never see them. You can never see them coming to recruit other people from other tribes, not even Nigerian military, to come and fight. They don't. They don't. With all the danger you see, with all the kidnapping we are seeing in northern part of Nigeria, kidnapping, not one, not two, they will go and kidnap a whole school children, a whole church, a whole mosque. Still yet, you can't see the governors coming out openly, demanding for military to come and take action. You can't see it. Some of them even come out to tell you that they are warriors. See Sheikh Gumi going from one platform to the other, talking about negotiation, including your NSA, National Security Advisor, who is a Fulani man, is talking about negotiation. Every northern governor, they are all in line with negotiation with the terrorists. I'm not talking about reasonable people. Terrorists, they talk about negotiation. Go to the southwest. Southwest, they have their own men. They have their own men there. And you can never see them recruiting other people to come and fight for them in the Yoruba land. You can't see it. You see what they call him, Igbo. You see how they managed to take Igbo, protected them and secure him. And finally, he has gone back to where they belong. You see that Igbo? I don't have any problem with him. At least he's doing whatever he's doing. He has chosen his own path. Good luck for him. But what I'm trying to say, you see how the West, that place, they protect themselves. They never come to call you to come and fight for them. They never invited the military to come and fight for them. They didn't. Instead, they created the Amoteku. Amoteku to tomorrow is made up of Yoruba people alone. Their security outfit, Amoteku, that even if war break out now, Amoteku can stand now and say this is their force to defend them. And they are made up of Yorubas. Amoteku is made up of Yorubas alone. They didn't invite any Igbo man to come and join them. They didn't invite any Fulani man to join them. They didn't invite any Middle Belt to join them. Yorubas are the ones that own Amoteku. You go to the one they call South, riverine area of Biafra land, the one that Nigeria calls South. You see the people they have, you see the militant they have there. They have militants there. The militants that are well armed to the teeth. They are armed to the teeth. Even after they say they have granted them amnesty, they did not return their guns. Even after they gave them amnesty, they never returned their guns. They still have their guns and they are operating. How many governors in the South have you seen inviting federal government to come and clear their militants? Instead, they gave them more power. Look at Osoro Dokubo. What position does Osoro Dokubo have in Nigeria? They allowed Osoro Dokubo, Osoro Dokubo has grown now to claim that he has a security company. Osoro Dokubo has his own army. In the South, a non-state actor. Did you see any governor coming against Osoro Dokubo to go and fight him? Did you see any governor calling the federal government to come and take out Osoro Dokubo? You see Tompolo, you see Ateketon. So many of them in that south side. Did you see them? They were all armed to the teeth. What are they doing with their arms? Tell me. What are they doing with the arms? What are they doing with the arms? If they're guarding pipeline, who are they guarding that pipeline against? Against who? Who are they guiding the pipeline against? What are they using those arms for? And how many times have you seen their governors going after them to say disarm them? You think that the governors don't know their camp? You think federal government know their camp? All those ones, they have their camp in the South. Did you ever see anybody attacking their camp? Now come to Igbo land. Do you have anybody to guide you? The South have the militant. That even if war broke up today, the militants can rise up and defend their territory. If any war, if any invader comes to the South, the militant can come and defend. In the Yoruba land, if any war broke up and outside they can come, they can, if people want to can take charge. In the North, they have their terrorists there already, and they tell you they're negotiating them. They tell that they are foot soldiers. Some of them have already created legal army, like their Hizbah, and they are there. But in the Southeast, if there is an invasion against the Southeast, who is going to come for you? If there is invasion, if there is a crisis, then they say everybody return to his own, protect your own land. Who is going to defend our land? Is it the Asare Dokobo boys that you brought into Igbo land that will come and defend Igbo land for you? Is it the Fulanese and other tribe that you put into your so-called Ebuebusu? Are they the ones that are going to defend you or fight your war for you? Just like now, as they are planning to assassinate the one that called himself P2B, they are planning it seriously to assassinate him. And at the end of the day, after they take his life, they will come and frame it and say it is IPOB. Go and mark this thing I'm telling you. We have been warning P2B. Many people have been warning him. Stay away from the politics. If possible, go exile, go abroad and stay. When Biafra come, if you want to contest, come and contest in Biafra. If you win, you rule. He will not hear. They have targeted him in Edo State and he escaped. and you see the people who were involved tweeting. Go to Twitter, you see them tweeting. People were there. Some of them are from Riverine area. They're from Riverine. Aside the couple boys, and the one they call themselves Attackator. The militants, they were part of the one supporting Tinubu, and they are the one threatening him. And they will use them after they use them and take out P2B. Now they will, as always, they will frame up one Igbo man and they will tell you that Igbo killing Igbo. That is what it will like. They will say it's IPOB. And this is what they have brought against themselves. This plan is made alongside with Hope Uzodinma. It's made alongside with Dave Umahi. These devils that you know that they don't have conscience in them. Hope Uzodinma and Dave Umahi don't have conscience. They have sold their conscience to the devil. And this plan is ongoing. That is why when we speak and we say P2B should get away from their politics. If possible, travel abroad, go and stay abroad. Let Biafrans seek for their freedom. Once freedom comes, if you want to contest, come and contest in Biafra. If you win, you rule. But allowing yourself to be used to drag us down or drag us to mud, allowing yourself to be used to use it to tarnish the image of Biafrans, you are not going to be allowed to tell the story. You can see it, they're already planning it. They are already planning it. They have attempted it in Edo State, and you escape. And they warned you. You say you want to go to River State, and they're already threatening you. You will not listen. But I'm saying this in advance, so that when it happens, nobody should call IPOB. Nobody should call IPOB. The only defense we have in Biafra land today, the Liberation Army, they have destroyed it. They went and brought foreigners, brought the Fulanese, brought them from a different area to come and take the life of Gentle and Butuzo with Njemeko. The men that are on the ground who have built a ground for them, instead of supporting them in case of eventuality, in a failed state, we know that Nigeria has failed already. Nigeria has failed. Every region now is preparing themselves, protecting themselves for what is going to happen. Because the invasion, the Islamization of Nigeria is no longer a story. It is no longer a hearsay. It is a confirmed fact. And they are going to come for war. The Yoruba people are preparing themselves. The Middle Belt are preparing themselves. Those in Nigeria that are preparing themselves. What of those in mainland, in Igbo land? Who is going to defend you when that time comes? You have destroyed the Liberation Army on the ground that are there to defend you. When they come, I ask you, who is going to fight for you? This one is not to come and make mouth and make noise. I'm not here to gossip or make mouth to make noise. I want you to ask yourself a big question. And I'm speaking based on what I have seen. I cannot defend what I have not seen. We know about Amoteku. We have seen Amoteku do something. We have seen them working. We know about the militant. We have seen the militant act. We see them. And we know about the Liberation Army of Biafra. We have seen the Liberation Army of Biafra work. We have seen the Liberation Army of Biafra display their might and strength. So I'm talking about the things I have seen, not things that are not seen. Today, the governors are busy destroying every single thing that we put in place. Every defense that we have, the governors are destroying it. The governors are destroying the defense that we have in Biafra land. They destroyed it. Something they should have protected. Look at the North protecting their own. The South protecting their own. The Yoruba people protecting their own. But in Biafra land, what do you see? What you see are a bunch of idiots, clowns. Bunch of idiots and clowns jumping up and down. Some of you saw the video that was made by, what's it called, Sondigo, and you are angry. For me, he has chosen his path. It's left for him whether he wants to fight for Oduduwa or he wants to fight for Nigeria. He said he cannot leave his brother, Tinubu. It's up to him. I don't want to make him my topic, but my concern is these criminals in Biafra land that call themselves governors, these politicians that sold their soul to the devil, that destroyed the defense that we had. The most among all the region, they are the most peaceful. The Liberation Army of Biafra have not done what the militants did when they were fighting. The Liberation of Biafra did not do up to what the militants did. Do you know the number of soldiers that the militants took out when they were fighting for their struggle? Do you know the number of soldiers that lost their life? In the Southwest, do you know the number of soldiers that lost their life in the hand of the OPC? Do you know how many lost their life? Today, as we speak, do you know the number of soldiers that have been lost in the northern part of Nigeria? And most painful in that north, that the soldiers that they are risking their life today are soldiers from the south. Soldiers from the south. They are the ones that are risking their life there. They don't risk their life. But today, in Biafra land, people have used politics to destroy the defense we have. If any war comes up today, if they say, let every region defend themselves, who is going to defend you in Biafra land? I ask you. Who is going to defend you in Biafra? In the south, I'm not using Biafra land. Let's say the south is the Nigerian southeast. Who is going to defend you? Who is going to fight for you? In their south have the militants to fight for them. And the militant comprises of their own people. No foreigner, their own people. Their militant is their own people from their region. The same thing in Yoruba land. The Amoteku comprises of Yorubas, only Yoruba. You go to the north, all their terrorists and Janjaweed are from the northern part of Nigeria. In Biafra land, who is going to defend you? Is it the Asara the Kobo boys? Or the terrorists the federal government bring to you? Are they the ones? You see the Asara the Kobo boys who are boasting and saying you how they are going to massacre you. Telling you how they have taken the life of your parents and they're going to do it to you again. Are they the ones to defend you? We have a problem. Today you see idiots like the one they call Udele. I don't even want to mention his name or talk about it because it's irrelevant. Where the problem lies is in these ones that call themselves politicians. Because they are the ones that pay these other individuals to use them against their own people. Just for relevance. Just because you want to be at the corridor of power. You destroy your people. Omahi today is claiming to be the strongest man in the southeast. The most wicked man in the southeast, Omahi. You see the woman that came to accuse him, they have forced her to begin to come out and make a video and begin to denounce everything that she has said in the past. You saw Omahi, a woman that came to accuse, he has come to make her denounce. As if that is the first one. How many accusations have you seen against Omahi? Is it one or two? Is it one accusation or two? Many people have come to accuse Omahi of one criminality or the other. Not one, not two. Many people. And yet, he is still there. He's still there posing. He's still there insisting. Look at Hope Uzodimma. Hope Uzodimma is ruling Imo State without the cooperation of anybody. He doesn't care. He has been able to install his own private traditional rulers, destroy every legacy in Imo State, and he's building another caliphate for himself, bringing Fulani, telling the Imo State people to marry Fulani. Hope Uzodimma is trying by force to mix the Imo State blood with the Fulanis. What did we do? What did we do? What did we do? It is so sad. It is so sad and painful. Sometimes when I watch where we are coming from, when I watch the video of our liberation army, all the suffering that Mazi Samuel suffered to build that very army to that level. Today, we have, with our stupidity, our idiocy, with our bickering, our unnecessary confusion, destroy them completely. Today, the governors finally have taken their time now to go after them and flush them out completely. In the entire Nigeria, the most peaceful region in Nigeria remains Igbo land till tomorrow. The most peaceful region in Nigeria remains the Igbo land. Why is it that the governors do not want that place to be peaceful? Every governor that comes will not want the place to be peaceful. Look at how Soludo is destroying Anambra State, causing pain in the life of the people, creating havoc everywhere, creating enmity among people. What have we done? What have we done? And how long shall we continue to allow this madness to happen? Another major conversation that often appears within the Biafran debate is the role of politician elites, the role of political elites, the role the political elites are playing against us. Some politicians prioritize personal power. Not even some. All the politicians, they prioritize personal power, political survival or alliance within existing political structure, rather than addressing the deeper concern of their community. If you see the politicians from the north, they are fighting for their people. They are standing for them. Look at El-Rufai. El-Rufai, they wanted to arrest him in the airport, and the people refused. They couldn't allow them to arrest him. Not because El-Rufai is a good person, El-Rufai is a terrorist, we know. But he is fighting because of his people. His people love him, they want him. They know what their people want Islamic State. It is not a joke. It is not a play. And every politician in the north, they align with that cause. That is why they stand for their people. You'll be trying to wonder that why is it these people that are so poor and impoverished, nothing is reaching them, their positions are so rich, but the interest they have planted in their heart, having Islamic State, is what every one of them are aligned with. And they protect that interest that they know that their people are aligned with. But in our side, it's a different ball game. Every politician in Biafra land prioritize personal power, political survival. They just want to be relevant. They want to be at the corner of power. Alliance within existing political structure. They just want to be in that one. They want to be in front line, rather than addressing the deeper concern of their community. They don't care about you and I, what we feel. They don't care how many people the soldiers are buying in our land. They don't care how many lives have been destroyed in our land. They do not care what is happening to our people on a daily basis. They don't even care about this marginalization you are talking. Whenever you see them talk about marginalization, it is for their own personal interest, not for you. Anytime you see a Southeast politician talking about marginalization, it is not for you. Don't stop deceiving yourself. Any place you see an Igbo politician talking about marginalization, is not saying it because of you, because you want to favor you. It is for their own personal interest. And this percentage has created tension between grassroots activists and political leaders. That is why we don't agree with them. We can never agree with them because we know whom they are. We know them very well. Every politician from A to Z, I don't count anyone out. They are the same thing, the same idiot, the same bastards. However, history teaches us that real change requires serious political strategy, dialogue, and organization. How are we going to get that with this bunch of idiots in front? How are we going to get a serious political strategy, a serious dialogue or organization with this bunch of idiots that are there calling themselves politicians? How do you get something serious? How? Tell me. The question is not simply who is right or wrong. The deeper question is, how can a people transform frustration into constructive political action? How are we going to do that? How? Just how can we? Where are we going to start? Our situation is a serious one. Some of you don't understand. That is why sometime here, when you see people, they tell you what you want to hear. You clap, you go there and watch. They read papers for you, read Google for you what you want to hear. That is what you want to hear. But have you thought about the reality on the ground? Have you ever put your mind down and think about the reality on the ground? It is not just about reading letters from Google, reading information from Google. Think about the reality on the ground. That thing you are reading, does it translate to what is happening on the ground? Does it translate in any way to what is happening? Or you are deceiving yourself? Does that thing you are reading translate to what is on the ground? Or you are deceiving yourself? That is why I say everybody should define Biafra for themselves. Apply your common sense while you are listening. When somebody tell you A, go and check whether that A is really A before you believe. The Bible tells us to test every spirit. Test every spirit. Before you believe any nonsense, any information, test it, put it to test. No movement in the world has succeeded without unity of purpose. Unity does not mean everyone agree on everything. I say it every time here. Unity does not mean everyone agree on everything. Unity means everyone agree on the ultimate goal, the principle guiding the struggle. The ultimate goal, which is Biafra, and the principle, consistency, self-determination. We all have to agree on that. The ultimate goal, we must agree on that ultimate goal. We must not agree in everything, but the ultimate goal must be one. A movement that wants international recognition must demonstrate. Before you can ever dream or talk about recognition. Why I always come to this direction is because this is a very important and interesting time. We have waited for this moment for many years, and finally, the moment is here for us. The recognition that we are looking for. Now that the whole world is focusing on Nigeria, designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and they are watching to see what is happening. If you want to be recognized now, it depends on what the world sees in you. That is what is going to make them to recognize you. That is why I am talking about unity of purpose, discipline, and what people should do. A movement that wants international recognition must demonstrate discipline. We must demonstrate strategic thinking. We must demonstrate political maturity. We must demonstrate respect for human rights. We must demonstrate clear communication with the global community. What we are seeking for is self-determination. We have never abused any right. We are prepared to sign signatory to all the treaties. Many we have already signed. Our leader, Nnamdi, cannot testify to that. Our leader, Ekpa, also. Our Prime Minister, testify to that. ready to be signatory to all the organizations of the world on human rights, all the treaties on human rights. The world observes movements carefully. They are observing us. Even as we are 2 or 3 in this platform, they are observing us. You think they are not looking at us? You think it's only Biafra people that come and watch this program? No. It's not only Biafra people. Not only Biafra people that are watching us. That is why we must be disciplined in our speech, strategic in thinking. We must have political maturity when we speak in certain issues. When unity is strong, movement gain respect. When division dominates, movement lose credibility. That is a fact. What is the future of the Biafra movements? What is the future? What is there for you and I in the future? The future of the Biafra movement will depend on several factors. If you like, take it. If you like, leave it. If you like, believe it. You are entitled to your opinion. You are entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. The ability to maintain unity despite differences. The ability to communicate clearly with the international community. These are what is needed. The future of Biafra movement depends on several factors. One of the factors it depends on the ability to maintain unity despite our differences. The future of this movement of Biafra, of our freedom, this freedom movement of Biafra, the future depends on the ability to maintain unity despite our differences. There's never a time we will not have it. Every country has their differences. Every organization has their differences. Every group has their differences. But the ability to maintain unity despite our differences will determine our future. The ability to communicate clearly with the international community. The ability to communicate clearly to the international community. How are you communicating to the world in your platform? How are you communicating to the world with your actions, with your speech, with your doings, with your behaviors? What image are you presenting? What image are you presenting? When we talk about communicating clearly to the international community, you think that maybe it's direct engagement. We know there are people that go for direct engagement. That is part of it. There are people that go for direct engagement diplomatically. Those ones that go there, how are you engaging? Do you have that charisma? Do you have that ability to communicate clearly to the international community? Do you have it? Those of us who are communicating to the international community on our platform through our programs, do you have the ability to communicate? What are you communicating to them? What are you, in your platform, what are you communicating to the world? You think it's only Biafrans that come to your platform to watch? You think it's only Biafrans that are watching? No, not only Biafrans. There are people from other parts of the world that are observing and watching. So how are you communicating? The ability to engage in strategic political thinking. Ability to engage in political strategical thinking. How are you doing this? And the ability to avoid internal destruction. This is one of the one that has brought us where we are today. The ability to avoid internal destruction. We don't have it. So many of them who are in leadership don't have it. They don't have the ability to avoid internal destruction. And that is why we are where we are today. That is why we have many factions. That is why we have excess division. We could not be able to manage our differences. The future of Biafra movement depends on the ability to avoid internal destruction. Have we been able to avoid internal destruction? The answer is no. The answer is capital no. You can deceive yourself all I care. You can continue to make yourself feel happy. You can continue to make yourself sound good for yourself. You want to say it in a different way so that when you sleep, when people clap for you. No, I'm not there. You won't see me. History is watching. History is watching you and I. The younger generation is watching you and I. And the global community is watching us. What happens next will depend on the discipline, wisdom, and unity of people involved in the struggle for Biafra. Take it to the bank. What happens next will depend on the discipline, wisdom, and unity of the people involved in the cause of this journey, the Biafran freedom. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are, we have a duty before us, and you must wake up and wake up good. The trials and temptations will always be there, but we must not give up. No matter the attack that is coming from right, left, and center, from east, west, north, and south, you must remain consistent. There is no other remedy in Nigeria apart from disintegration. There is no people who feel that they can solve the problem through their political election. Good Lord, go ahead and do it. But don't be an obstruction for those of us who are pushing forward for the disintegration of Nigeria, peaceful disintegration of Nigeria. Don't stand on our way. If you feel you can solve the problem politically, good luck, go ahead. To your tent, O Israel, go ahead and allow us to continue to do what we're doing, because we know that the time is right. The United States of America will definitely speak on the issue of Nigeria. In as much as now they are engaged with the issue of Iran, very busy and engaged with Iran, they will definitely come to the issue of Nigeria. And it's going to happen very soon. And when it happens, I bet you it will never be business as usual. When it happens, it will never be business as usual. Those things you are running away from, it is going to happen, whether you like it or you don't like it. And one thing you should know is that the terrorists themselves, they don't care about you. And they are not stopping. They are not like you that have a project of 10 years. After 2 years, you are already tired. The terrorists can wait for for decades, for generation to generation. They transfer the struggle from generation to generation to their children. They're not going to stop. If you think they will stop, they won't stop. Even with the presence of the United States soldiers in Nigeria today, you see what they are doing. They intensify their attack to discredit the presence of the United States. And already you see their clerics and those northerners coming to tell you that it is because the United States is on the ground. That is why the attack intensified. That is the new narrative they are pushing now. The new narrative these Fulanis are pushing. Go and check their platform. They will tell you that because the United States of American soldiers are on the ground, that is why the killing have intensified, including the pig in the creek. He's saying the same thing, just like they are saying. That is because of the president of the United States, that is why the attack has intensified. I even saw one of the program where he was threatening threatening that for the fact that the United States that he's going to fight. He is now coming out openly to tell you that he's a jihadist. I said, telling you that he's a jihadist and he's ready to fight. Who is he going to fight? It is you and I. It is you and I. And he is in our backyard there. He's in our backyard there, bringing jihad, and your governors are destroying the defense that we have. And you're not worried. Asad Dokubo is there, building an army in your backyard. A jihadist is building an army in your backyard. And you yourself do not have any defense. You are destroying your own defense that you have. Even you bring him in to destroy your defense. What a shame. The children of Chukwu Okikadiam bringing uncircumcised Philistines to guide them. Children of Chukwu Okikadiam allowing uncircumcised Philistines to come in and decimate our people. The governors employed Asere Dokubo, boys and gave them uniform, gave them checkpoints in the entire Biafra land, and they massacred our people. He didn't hide it. He said it himself. And I'm not just saying it. He confessed to it by himself. You saw him threaten, and he's still saying it tomorrow that he did. What can you do? Anybody will come and run his mouth on the Igbo Biafrans. Anybody will come and talk down on us, and the people will go back to their business if nothing happens. Some bunch of idiots will be jumping around with the Tulubu. They say they are city boys. Those bunch of city clowns. The only reason why those people it's so sad that it is difficult today to see people who genuinely make their money. It is because those city boys that are all fraudsters, fraudulent, they make their money in a fraudulent way. And Tulubu knows because he's a fellow fraudster. All of them, Tulubu have their, as a criminal, he knows fellow criminals. That is why every one of them is running and their heel is touching their head, following him. Because they know if they refuse to do so, that is their end. But you, the ordinary people, the genuine Igbos, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you not concerned about the defense that you don't have today? They have destroyed the defense. The only defense you have, assuming that, I ask this question again, assuming that something happened, they say everybody go and defend themselves. Let's say war broke out and Yorubas are defending themselves. Those in the south are defending themselves. You that is in the southeast, who is going to defend you? Who is going to defend you? Is it the Bubago that accept that they will leave their own legion to come and defend you? So I said the Kobo boys will leave south and they come and defend southeast for you. You should be ashamed of yourself wherever you are, and you're not thinking. Wherever you are, you're not thinking. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Every single one of us, we must be resolute. We must continue to do what we have to do. Do not allow anyone to deceive you. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have cleared the road for us. Anybody that stands against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, you will never know peace. It doesn't matter who you are. If you speak against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you speak against Mazi Simon Ekpa, you will never have peace in your life. Because these are people that have sacrificed everything sacrificable to make sure you have a good life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu genuinely put his own life on the line for you and for me. The only thing you owe him is loyalty, respect. That is why I find it difficult to forgive Lolo Nneka for what she's doing. Lolo Nneka is destroying the image of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Lolo Nneka is destroying the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And every Biafra should stay away from her. If she wants to pursue her Igbo cause, she should go ahead and pursue her Igbo cause. But when it comes to Biafra agitation, When it comes to the IPOB, she has no business speaking about the issue of IPOB. Let her shut her mouth from it. Let her move away from it. Because it's not going to end well. It will not end well. Everybody that knows her should go and tell her that she will not end well. Those people she's supporting, those people that are bankrolling her, she's not going to end well. Likewise, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Anyone that is standing against Mazi Simon Ekpa's freedom, you will never know peace. I don't care who you are. If you're working against the freedom of Mazi Simon Ekpa, you will never know peace. Mazi Simon Ekpa is going to come for his appeal on the 5th of August. He has called on all the Biafran people to be in Finland. 5th of August. Every one of us should be there to encourage him and to show Finland that he is not alone. Not only that, there has been an international lawyer that is going to stand for Mazi Simon Ekpa. It is a shame, a very big shame, that all this while we don't have any lawyer for Mazi Simon Ekpa, a prime minister. And all we do is to come and make noise and shout and shout and shout. And our prime minister is on pro bono lawyer, using a pro bono lawyer. Using a pro bono lawyer. This is the same prime minister that took charge of the case of Nnamdi when he was outside. He took responsibility of taking care of the lawyers of Nnamdi. He announced it on air. It wasn't a secret. On a broadcast, Mazi Simon Ekpa took responsibility from now onwards that the brigade then will take charge of the expenses of the lives of Nnamdi. He didn't do it in secret. It was an open announcement. Today, in his own case, we can't be able to get an international lawyer for him. Is that not a shame? Are you not worried about that? Is that not a disgrace to me, to you that is watching me, that we don't have a lawyer for Mazi Simon Ekpa? Is that not a shame? We don't have an international lawyer representing him. That is a shame, a very big shame, that our prime minister that we love so much is using a pro bono lawyer. And you are not worried. I thank Chukwu Okikabiam for some group of individuals who have gone ahead to get a lawyer for Mazi Simon Ekpa. If you want to reach out to them, you know how to reach out and support. Your own widow's mite can go a long way. Whatever support you have to give, reach out to them and give your support. Give your support. You are not giving to anybody. Mazi Simon Ekpa deserves everything he wants from us. He deserves it. This is a man who left a wonderful career. He gave up his wonderful career for you and I. The career that Mazi Simon Ekpa built is something that so many of us is having as a prayer point. For you to get in a country where you will attend to a level where you have a citizenship, and then you will now be able to be engaged, contest an election, be in a winning party, win, stand a chance of becoming a president in that country. It's not a day job. Such career is not what you do. Look at Badenoch in the United Kingdom. It's just like telling that lady, Badenoch, to come back to Nigeria. You see what she says when the issue of Nigeria comes. You see what she said about Nigeria. You see how she described Nigeria. That Yoruba lady. That Yoruba lady in London. That Yoruba lady in London. You see how she described Nigeria. She can't risk her career for that zoo. She cannot. She cannot risk her career. This is what Mazi Simon Ekpa put on the line for Biafra. His wonderful career. And today he's in detention because of us. And we can't be able to provide a lawyer for him. You should be ashamed of yourself. Every one of us should be ashamed of us. It's a disgrace. It's a very big disgrace that we are not able to get a lawyer for him. And in this his appeal, you want somebody to come and beg you to support. In the appeal, you're begging, you want someone to come and remind you that he must have an international line. Sorry. God will judge all of us. God will judge every one of us, whatever we have done. When the time comes, he will judge all of us. Wherever you are watching this program from, you must be strong. You must define Biafra for yourself. You must define Biafra for yourself and learn to ask questions. Common sense is not common, but every one of us have it. Only those who have refused to activate their common sense are always confused in every little thing. So many of us are so emotional. We became so emotional that our common sense died completely. You have become so emotional that your common sense is no longer working at all. That's sad. Very, very sad. And that is not good for anybody. We must learn to do what we are supposed to do and when we are supposed to do it. Because the battle before us is not a joke. The battle ahead of us is not a joke. It doesn't matter what what the group where you belong or what I have said it before. That we have the right to have a different opinion. You have the right to belong to any group. Freedom of association is allowed. But we must have one particular purpose. There must be one purpose which every one of us is pursuing. And that purpose is what is going to hold us together and hold us strong. And at the end of the day, we shall overcome. That one purpose that all of us have should be our meeting point. Unity of purpose. The differences can always be there. Who told you that you can't have differences? Even in families, there are differences. Husband and wife have differences. Twins have differences among themselves. Twins, identical twins, they disagree. Husband and wife disagree. In families, people disagree. But at the same time, we must learn to do the right thing at the right time. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiam to remember that some people are suffering for you and I. There are people that are putting their life on the line for you and I. Mazi, Simon, Ekpa, Joko, and our Prime Minister, and our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must respect them. We must honor them. We must make sure that they are not forgotten. Everything that concerns them must be protected by all means necessary. Before we round out of this program, let us take a very short break and we come back to their Nigerian news and what they have to say. You know that their news is filled up with kidnap, and that why we are always going on that news is to show the world what that Nigeria looks like, why we don't want to be part of it. When you see a Biafran saying that I am fighting for my self-determination, I want to have my own nation, I want to have the right to make my decision. That is why we go to their media. When we showcase their media, you will see it and watch by yourself, and you will understand what is happening. And that we will continue to do. That we will continue to do. This idea of bickering, idea of hatred, idea of confusion, unnecessary pride that doesn't make any sense. I don't know where it's going to lead us to. The Biafra we are asking for, when it comes, every single position will be contested. There will be election. There will be election. When the Biafra comes, there will be election. And your attitude today will determine if people will vote for you or not. There will be people who are more qualified than you think you are. There are more qualified people that have not even showed up yet. So when we get to Biafra land, election will be conducted. And so many of you that are parading yourself as this and that today might not even have any position to occupy. Because when that time comes, we will roll out your record. When the time comes, we will roll out your record, all that you have done, and you think we are not seeing you. Somebody like me, I don't talk about people, but I have all your details and records. You think I don't have them? There are information that I have that if I bring it out, all of you will be jumping hell, you'll be running headers. It will just create more chaos, and we don't have to do that. We'll have information and we'll keep them. When the time comes for contesting for elections, in Biafra land, in the real Biafra, then we will showcase what we have found out and what we have discovered. You think that being on media is just to come on camera? No. Informations are coming, and we are documenting and keeping them for the right time. Remember, internet never forgets. Internet never forgets. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect us. Let us have a short break and we'll come back.
Follow for God now. Tinubu don't follow for God now. He want to take it, that's the top of our head. Senate house fall and the criminals. Country military fall and the terrorists. Injustice, Omoto shop forget law for inside court. Changaro Republic at the government. Abubakar Malami don't fall for God now. Him and EFCC put leg of shit. Them say Sheikh Kukumi don't fall for God now. Because Donald Trump don't come to Machambo. He go matching Boko boys, matching terrorists. As the government knows the way for kidnapping to stop. I make it don't fall for God now. They make Nigerians see one die for suffer.
Welcome back. Let us go to the Nigerian news and let's see what they have, the information they have in the news, so that we can talk about them and also update people on what is going on. We must continue and not looking back. This one says, ambassadors designates Tinubu government operating dysfunctional diplomatic system, embarrassing Nigeria, says Fagbemi. It is not new. Some countries rejected the ambassadors that were sent to them. They rejected the ambassadors that the federal Nigeria sent to them, Nigerian government sent to them, and people are debating and talking about it and why they were rejected and all that now. Some say that they were because they were sent later than they were supposed to send. It is late. You cannot be sending an ambassador when you have few days to end your tenure. You are sending an ambassador. That it is not right. It is not diplomatically obtainable. And they were sent back. And that's how to show you how backward the leadership of Nigeria is. They don't even know their left from right. They think that it's like Nigeria, that you wake up and do anything anytime you wish and it works for you. And the funniest thing that the people that accepted their own ambassador are the people who you think that will give them a good example. But because of interest, some idiotic countries like the UK and France accepted theirs. They didn't care because they are the one that are pursuing a particular interest in Nigeria. They are pursuing and they are the one writing the script that is being playing out. The script that you're playing out in the zoo, they are the one writing it. But India and some other places rejected the people they sent to them and sent them back. They don't want them. So that is it. We must continue. Breaking. AIG Moshood Jumon lobbies for Lagos FCIID Alagbo posting after failing to secure Zone 2 command. That is it. In everything they lobby. AIG Moshood, that idiot that always chasing show up and down. US eases sanction on Russia oil as energy crisis deepens. It has to. US eases sanctions on Russian oil as energy crisis deepens. This one says, no confirmation Nigerian commander brother Shaggy was shot within Ogun, says police command. They say they shot Shaggy. No confirmation on that. That means it's a rumor. Niger South Senator Peter Gia resigned from PDP over trouble within the party. Mad people. You must have bandit news. Bandits demand 10 million AK-47 motorcycle from Zamfara community to allow them remain in village. You can imagine. Bandits now, they demand AK-47 from the people. Say, we're going to buy AK-47 from us, for us. Hey, Nigeria. Hey, God have mercy. You can imagine. Bandits demand 10 million naira cash. They demand AK-47. You go buy AK-47, give them. Then you buy motorcycle. This is just establishing a company for them. They are kidnapping company. This is not funny. This is not funny. And I hope the world is watching. I hope the world is watching. You can imagine the boldness. Bandits demand 10 million naira. They demand AK-47. They demand motorcycle from Zamfara community to allow them remain in the village. If you know bring them, you know go there for the village. You can imagine. You can imagine. Now people when they say they get sovereign state, somebody come and tell me I'm a Nigerian. Mad people everywhere. Lawyers seek suspension of Senate spokesman Adara Modu over alleged assault, unlawful detention of 22 years old. They will always, this one is their attitude every day. Nothing will be done. Nothing will be done. They will do it and nothing will be done. They continue to go about their businesses as if nothing happened. Nigerian police must end extortion. Release seized motorcycle of Lagos riders. Ibrahim Badamasi, Youth Rights Campaign. This one, yourself with the talk to now. We won't listen to you. Amnesty International condemned DSS crackdown on Nigerian criticizing U.S. Israel in Middle East war. Yeah, they cracked down already. If you speak about the war, they will come arrest you. But the terrorists they there, they collect ransom, they make video, nobody they arrest them. Mad people everywhere. Mad people. Real mad people everywhere. All 6 U.S. crew members confirmed dead in Iraq mid-airplane collision. Mid-airplane collision. All 6 U.S. crew members confirmed dead in Iraq mid-airplane collisions. This one is an accident. Jigawa ex-governor Sule Lamido son to be rearraigned April 1st for fresh trial over alleged 1.35 billion naira fraud. Adiego. Policeman cries out over injustice and was dismissed unlawfully, reinstated, but 13 years salary never paid. This one is a story. So another story, no be story now. It's happening every day. Notorious fraudster Jesse Michael secretly freed from Kuje prison amid ongoing Ponzi scam trial. Before Uncle, Nigeria is once you have the money to pay your way out, you will be free. You can't go to jail if you have money in Nigeria. Notorious fraudster secretly freed. It's not today that happened. Now this one is small now. Israel airstrike killed a man from southern Lebanese town. U.S. Senator Warren blasts Trump over $1 billion a day war in Iran as gas price surge. This one is a Islamic movement member protest at Abuja National Mosque demand end of Gaza killing back Palestinian. See, they don't go mind waiting the mind them. These are the people that terrorists are invading them. Terrorists is destroying their life in the north. They are not concerned about. They are busy. They are busy protesting for someone somewhere else across the world. We are here protesting for Palestine, but in the northern part of Nigeria, innocent children and mothers are being murdered every day. You don't protest about that. You are here protesting about something that happened in far away where you don't even know. Shameless people. Shameless people. NDPC wants social media content creators over unauthorized filming of citizens. Trump says it is great honor to kill Iranian leader, claim military is being decimated. Tinubu government concession. Tinubu government concession $1 billion Snake Island port in Lagos to controversial ally Chagrin. That is how they share your money. See, $1 billion contract, and you give this idiot. Where they build port for Snake Island in Lagos. See, see, that is how they share your money. You give this man $1 billion contract. This Chagri, another criminal, a Lebanese. But they will tell you that Igbos are their problem. Mad people. Forest fraud. Court orders interim forfeiture of 1.3 billion hotel linked to Ikeja Chamber Managing Director Olutoke. And the ones who want to settle on and go catch them. Panic in Kogi community as suspected bandit attack farmers, destroy farmland. Nice. Bandit is the order of the day. They are in charge. Islamic movement members protest at Abuja National Mosque. Demand end to Gaza killing, declare solidarity with Palestinians. That is, I can't, with all the killing that is happening in the northern part of Nigeria, these people are not concerned with it. You see the problem? This is why we have no business being in Nigeria. With all the killing that is happening in the northern part of Nigeria, they don't protest about it, they don't care about it, they are busy protesting about Palestinians. You see how idiotic these people are? People who don't value their own life. They don't care about their own life. They don't care about the life that have been lost in the northern part of Nigeria every blessed day. Both Christians and Muslims, they are busy protesting some people who are far somewhere else. God forbid. Biafra movement Mossop asks Southeasterner to get voters card, says PVC needed for future referendum. Go and sit down. This is Mossop self. Mossop, I don't know the one where you want to go. Is it to just to make us know that you people are still around? You just come out and you say anything that you like. Nobody even knows your own. This Wazirike is just a complete confused man. What has this got to do with the situation at hand now? That means these people don't even believe in Biafran cause. If at this time Mossop is talking this rubbish, they don't even believe in Biafran cause. Just imagine. Biafran movement Mossop asks Southeasterners to get voters card, says PVC needed in the future referendum. The same referendum you ban people from participating in when you didn't even have any structure. When you didn't even have any structure, you ban people participating in it. But now that we have Biafra in our hand, that is when you are going to talk about these people. Sorry. UAE prosecutes 21 persons, including British tourists, for sharing video of Iranian missile attack. US places 10 million bounty on Iranian leader Khamenei. Others promises relocation to whistleblowers. They don't put bounty on the man head of their new leader. US don't put bounty on his head, the new Iranian leader. $10 million bounty on Iranian leader Khamenei. Others promises relocation to whistleblowers. If you give them the information, they will relocate you. They will take him out. Not only that, give you the money and relocate you to the United States. It'll be small money. President Tinubu inaugurates task force to drive Nigerian petroleum sector reform. Madness. This is madness. There's nothing sensible they will do. Daniel Bwala, a relentless bullshitter by Bayo Olaswami. This idiot. Yeah. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I don't want to go to prison. U.S. Vice President Vince refuses to reveal discussion with Trump on Iran. I don't want to go to prison. U.S. Vice President Vince refuses to reveal discussion with Trump on Iran. Go reveal him. Go reveal him. Boko Haram attacks Nigeria troop at night, knowing air support is unavailable, says military strategists. You can imagine. You can imagine that Boko Haram know that air support is not available for the military. That is why they attack at night. A sovereign state. That is the military they tell you to come and join. They tell you to come and join Nigerian military. Look at it. Boko Haram attack Nigerian troops at night, knowing air support is unavailable, says military strategist. That's all now. NSIB report confirmed Arik flight from Lagos to Port Harcourt suffered serious incident. That's all now. It'll be fake flight and I take pull on that. Iran backed Iraq's militia, placed 114,000 bounty on the information about U.S. troops in retaliation. It's directly move. Iran too they put bounty. Iran too they put bounty. 114,000 bounty on information about U.S. troops in retaliatory move. They put their own bounty. Nigerian military led by incompetent leaders, military strategies, knock service chiefs over war against terror. Not that they are incompetent, the government is complicit. This is not about incompetence. Every one of them is competent, but the government itself are the ones in charge of the terrorism. So what do you expect them to do? Qatar writes UN for 8th time over alleged Iranian missile attack on its territory. Magistrate order release of Ondo bricklayer detained by Lagos police SWAT officers. That's how they deal with the poor, innocent people. Suspected terrorists killed 15 villagers during harvesting in Benue community. You can imagine. 15 villagers that went to harvest their crop. They lost their life. That's the country. That's the country they want you to stay in. Nigerian airline operators lament as aviation fuel soared to 1,800 per liter. Japan confirms suspect ballistic missile from North Korea amid U.S.-Iran-Israel conflict. So, North Korea won't face Japan too. Japan confirms suspected ballistic missile from North Korea amid U.S.-Iran-Israeli conflict. KB government suspends teacher for alleged rejecting. KB government suspends teacher for allegedly rejecting Ramadan palliative, criticizing bad governance. Because of that, they suspend them. You must not criticize them. That is Nigeria for you. Tinubu's power-drunk minister, Dave Umahi, ordered detention of 5 men in Abakaliki prison since 2025. Imagine. For no reason, no. You just ordered them to detain innocent people since 2025. And they describe him well. Tinubu's power-drunk minister, Dave Umahi, ordered detention of 5 men in Abakaliki prison since 2025. Can you imagine? They just detain them, not going to court. That is what you see in Nigeria. Trump announces US air strike on Iran, Kag Island. Claim military targets destroyed. African Union reaffirms support for Palestinian rights. Caution Israel over illegal decisions. That's what African Union, that is what they do. Africa, is there anything like African Union? People that cannot even solve their own problem. They can't even solve their own African problem. They are busy talking about something that's happening miles away. Nonsense. U.S. Senator Moore claimed terrorists who attacked Old Dominion Varsity met Islamic State group in Nigeria. That is it. You better do something, they will not stop. EFCC returns $225,895, 62.79 million naira to US, South Africa victims of fraud. Nigerian Army confirmed Boko Haram assault on strategic northeast military location. That means Boko Haram are waxing strong. They are attacking military location every day, and they are succeeding. And when they attack them, they go announce them. Ukraine say Russia launches 430 overnight drones, leaving 4 persons dead, many injured. Amnesty International report uncover women forced into hard labor at Tiger Base police unit in Imo. That is it. Tiger Base in Imo State is a hell on earth. They are involved in different kinds of inhuman treatment and organ harvesting. It is a fact. But Hope Uzodinma will continue to protect them, and Tinubu will continue to support them to continue their atrocities. You can imagine. And Amnesty International, all you will do is to report. I have never seen you make any report and something is being carried out. Nothing. No action is carried out. Every time they report, no action. See? Report uncovered woman forced into hard labor at Tiger Base, police unit in Imo State. It is not today now, and nothing will be done. North Korea fires over 10 missiles in response to U.S. South Korea military drill. North Korea fires over 10 missiles in response to U.S. South Korea military drill. So they won't start that one again. Russia sends humanitarian aid to Iran amid war with U.S. Israel. ADC react to appeal court ruling on leadership crisis, says David Mark remains chairman. Mad people. I invited Trump for help, but NSA Ribado directed U.S. troops to Sokoto, leaving Plateau, Kwara, and Benue. Hey, this is they claim them again. See, I invited Trump for help, but National Security Advisor Ribado directed U.S. troops to Sokoto, leaving Plateau, Kwara, and Benue. Mad people everywhere. Everything is politics for you people. Everything is politics for you people. Everything is politics. Who said that himself? Is it who said that? I think I need to go and look at who said that, who made that comment before I will know what to say. Who made that idiotic comment? You invited Trump and he sent them to. Let me check and see who made that comment. Reverend Dachumo. Okay. Reverend Dachumo. That Reverend Father that is always saying, you say, I invited Trump. But then they say Ribadu redirected U.S. troops to Sokoto. That is it. Now that is Nigeria for you now. That is Nigeria for you. That is the end of the update we have today from their idiotic media. So, my fellow Biafrans, I appreciate every one of you that have been on this platform today and join us on this program. The program we had today, I hope you have learned one or two things in this program. We will come back again later in the evening and tomorrow, and we continue on this program. My brothers and sisters, the future of our people is never decided by emotion alone. I want you to listen and listen carefully. My brothers and sisters, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. The future of any people is never decided by emotions alone. Our crying and shouting alone will not decide our freedom. Our complaint, our yabbing every day will not decide. All those emotions is good, but that will not decide our freedom. Our freedom is decided by discipline, clarity, and unity. The conversation about Biafra will continue. Debate will continue. Disagreement will continue. But one thing must remain constant: respect for each other. Commitment to peace, dialogue, and dedication to dignity of the Igbo people. I want you to pay attention to this. One thing must remain constant. Listen and listen clearly. The conversation about Biafra will continue. This conversation about Biafra future, our freedom, our self-determination will continue. The debates will also continue. Disagreement will continue. But one thing must remain constant. What must remain constant is respect for each other. Respect for each other must remain constant. Commitment to peaceful dialogue and dedication to the dignity of the Igbo people. Because history teaches us something powerful. When people remain united in purpose and discipline is strategy, the voice becomes impossible to ignore. I take it again. When a people remain united in purpose and discipline in strategy, their voice becomes impossible to ignore. My fellow Biafrans, wherever you are and you are part of this program from beginning to the end, if you believe in dialogue, in unity, in the future of the Igbo people and the Biafrans entirely, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do subscribe. Share this broadcast to all platforms. Leave your thoughts on the comment section. Whatever be your thought, you are entitled to opinion. Leave it on the comment section. And let us continue the conversation with wisdom, responsibility, and respect for each other. Thank you so much for watching this program. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single one of you that participated in today's program, more especially those that are watching us from Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will return them to us as soon as possible, and we will have a cause to thank Chukwu Okike Abiama for his wonderful work for all of us. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. This evening, I will still come back and we are going to brush up again some other information and play some other videos to confirm everything we are saying and make you encouraged and also consistent in the pursuit for our freedom. Thank you for watching. See you again later in the day. Bye-bye, everybody.
The very oldest language on the face of this earth. Chukwu Okike Abiama pụrụ ihe niile, Chineke na-oge ndị nsọ na-efe na isi ala niile anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile. Onye anyị na-aja mma wee ka anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị onye kere ihe niile kere eke ma ọ onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị ndị nsọ na-ekiri ha na isi ala mmiri ọbụladị ndị n'ụtụtụ a ehihie abalị n'ụwa niile and when I raise it because Kahara and you went out young. Be connected with make a difference with your source and when I don't do it,
But you know what? They would like you to believe that Sabotaging is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.